My name is Bongie. I was born and raised in Watsonville. Being the only slanted eyed kid in a dominantly Mexican community had its challenges. I was raised by my aunt and her blended family. Her second husband was a living nightmare. Mental, physical, and sexual abuse was his thing, and he got away with it well. I sought refuge in the streets. Our small family rarely went to church. When we did, I was called the black sheep, always falling asleep during service. I remember nights I spent crying and even cursing God because I hated my life. The streets presented me with different challenges. Fighting was common, a way of life in Watsonville. Gang affiliation seemed inevitable. Sports became my escape from reality. My cousin Ramel once told me we were warriors and wrestling was in our blood. It soon became my main focus in life. Many of those early lessons stay with me today. Moving to San Jose as a young teen was exciting. With the new distance meant that my uncle couldn't hurt me anymore. But soon my way of life led me to juvenile hall. I was sent away to a program in Pennsylvania. When I completed this, my counselor suggested joining the Marines, but all I can think of was returning home. Upon my return, my kidneys failed. My dialysis treatment seemed to delay what felt like my imminent demise. Death was always just around the corner waiting. So I'd started seeking the divine, the truth. I explored Buddhism, Sikhism, Christianity. Not one single tradition seemed to answer all of my questions or fulfill my craving for inner peace. All the shortcomings of my life seemed to be catching up. One evening, a friend invited me to his church. I was hesitant. The service was just hours away, and I had grown weary from my searching. In the end, despite my restlessness, I decided to take him up on his invitation. That day's sermon spoke to my heart. The message that morning, all that I needed was faith, the size of a mustard seed, resonated deeply in me. It promised that God would do the rest. The pastor prayed for me after the service. He seemed certain I'd receive a kidney transplant. His belief and compassion brought me hope. I continued going to church and studying, allowing the Holy Spirit to guide me. 2 months later, I received the call. They had a kidney for me. Since that moment, my life has not been the same. The trials and adversity I had faced until that point began to make more sense. The gang affiliation taught me to stand up for what I believe. I welcome life challenges now. They invite me to grow. And living a life pleasing to God brings abundance and blessings. Children that doctors told me that I would never have, life, and one filled with love is worth living. And all my experiences have molded my heart to be who I am today. Applying everything I continue to learn has brought me peace in the midst of all my storms. I learned that life was never meant to be easy, but living a life that pleases God is more than worth it. God continues to bless me abundantly, and I don't try pleasing God just for blessings, but doing so has given me so much satisfaction. Nobody can tell me that Jehovah does not exist. He has given me children and doctors said it wasn't possible, and He has given me life when I thought it was impossible. All glory to God.